Mm. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew,
Wicka wick wild,
pew,
wicka wicka
pew,
wild,
pew.
wick wild.
Nah, devil is a liar.
DJ mouth scratches crowd.
He's a liar. They want to catch me. I cannot be caught.
Who are the
I
people
can
that are
never be
always trying
caught.
to?
Ha! All you people. All you people in this office.
I'm sorry, I pity the fact that you have this. They're trying to get me mentality, though.
Ah!
So whatever it is, for those of you who are just joining us, this is how we usually open the show. It is the Boom Bar on your Boom Radio engine.
Where they want to
reaching
cut
you
me, but
from
I can.
Lagos,
There was not a cut. I cannot be cut.
reaching you from Lagos, Nigeria. We have the very unserious,
What's this supposed to mean? Sorry, excuse
myopic,
me. Excuse me. I don't like it. I don't like it
twisted,
when I don't like it when I'm being called names. I don't like it. Excuse you.
twisted,
Excuse you. I don't like it when I'm being called names.
confused.
This is
Generation
name
something
calling.
person there.
This is name calling.
And
This is toxic.
okay. So
This is toxic. This is toxic.
what she's doing is basically trying to piss you guys off. But please be
This is
patient.
toxic.
Don't go anywhere. We need you to stay with us. And it's the Boom Bar, and of course,
Y'all
at
agree
times
with that?
the bar opens earlier, and some people will not let you know, but they're already, in the drink, so they won't let me do a proper introduction. So the introduction has been truncated by the bar person. She's probably.
When I say that they want to catch me now, but I cannot be caught. So we bless the Lord. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon,
Okay, so
good evening.
you are now
everybody.
going to try to do an introduction, right? Oh my
Yeah.
god! So this is how this works all the time.
Because you want to catch me, I cannot, and I cannot. Be
All right. So before we lose our audience, she's going to try to confuse and convince you people, but I don't know what it is. So it's 1 hour of music, sports, entertainment, politics, and everything in between.
in between.
We have a whole lot of stuff to talk about today. There's things happening in Lagos. Lagos State University convocation. Lagos launched its own cab hailing services. Fantastic things happening in Lagos.
In Lagos.
In
Travel
Benue State,
advisory in Lagos.
in Benue State, the wife of a billionaire, Susan Wire, has thrown her hat into the ring. She wants to be governor of the state.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about the travails of the former governor of Anambra State, if time permits. Of course, the Super Eagles are already in Ghana.
In Ghana for the
they're
game
playing,
tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Exactly.
They're playing the Black Stars of Ghana. And
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
a little bit of this and that. So it's the Boom Bar, and like we said, we're talking music, sports, politics, and everything in between. There's a lot of stuff happening on social media that we're going to talk about, and this era of social media, I'm not one of those people that are going to knock social media blindly. This is that. No, it's not. It's actually a fantastic thing.
I think it just depends on
how you
use it, and all.
So some young girl from South Africa takes a screen grab of a one-sided chat with a mother. One-sided because there was hardly any response from her mother in the screen grab. And in that grab, she's ranting about how her mom took her sneakers and her mom didn't return her sneakers. And when people do those things, there's always a funny part to it. Like someone comes and there's a joke at the bottom, like the mom was like, maybe the mom is wearing it and flexing and saying, hey, see, I'm young too, or whatever. But this person is basically disgracing her family. How her father doesn't respect her space, her brother does the same thing, and I'm like, okay, why are you still living there? You know?
Do you get that? Was my friend like, move out.
If you can afford all of these things, then you can afford to stay in your own. Since you don't even want them in your business.
If you don't want them in your business, trust me, the best way not to want people in your business, you will love it.
Why do you feel the urge to rush to social media to... now we even condemn people or criticize people who are flexing. Some people will criticize them and say it's a fake life. I even prefer that fake life to people putting their family down.
On social media,
For clout, you come on social media
really
to diss your mom and your dad. Don't do that.
You don't do that. It's it's very interesting when a lot of things that happen on social media, and I'm going to talk about this. A few days ago, I saw something on the name of a skit. I don't know why I didn't send it to you. Someone sent it to me, and I think that it is time to evaluate and reevaluate the things that we use social media for. So this particular thing that you were talking about, did you read the comments on that when she was replying? And she says this is her own cheap therapy. This is how she's going to let loose, and how before you know it, she's sure that after this run she's going to go into depression. And I'm not trying to belittle people that are depressed or the idea of depression, but this our young generation of people, we talk about depression like we talk about malaria. Like the way when you're stressed and you have a headache or something, that's the way we talk about depression. We make every single thing. The most of the time, you are even in the wrong. And if you call these people out, the next thing is they are depressed.
Yeah.
Like, do you even know what depression is? Like, it's bad enough that you have, which, my own opinion, I think it is that was an extremely rude conversation to have with your mom.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, she took your shoes. She forgot them in her friend's car. Are the shoes missing?
Even if the shoes are missing.
See, I get it from the angle where I'm someone that does not like people touching her stuff. Like, just leave my stuff the way it is. Yeah? I don't like it too. But I'm trying to think about it and having this kind of conversation with my mom. You should be ready to move out. For you to go all this on your mother, you should be ready to move out. And then it's bad enough that you do that, and then you come on social media to come and post a private conversation of you and your mom. And what's the point? So that people are going to help you insult your mom? I think that we have a warped idea of what social media is meant for. I think we have the warped idea of what respect is. Not respect for other people, respect for yourself. So you say all this, and then tomorrow somebody says something about your mom, and then you come ranting. What's the point? You already gave the person a huge leeway. Like, what was she trying to achieve?
She has achieved what she wanted to achieve, because I'm going through the lady's timeline. Her Twitter handle is at Ms. People who write Ms. already show me how they are. Ms. IDC, which is at MIZZZ IDC or ZZZ IDC, you know. And she's tweeting, oh, radio stations are already reaching out to her. And this thing that South Africans do when they now put their language, please pity us now. We don't understand your language. Kwaze, Kwaningi, whatever that means, you know. And she's actually happy. She's saying, today I have time. And someone says, oh, move out. And she goes, am I using your money? And someone says, oh, why are you doing this to your mother? I said, I don't care about. She now responds that she does not care about her mother's honor, and that the app is free, like you said.
So,
and blah,
yes,
blah, blah, blah.
It's free, which is good. You want to do whatever you want to do. You don't like the way they bought into your business, move out.
And she's responded now that she doesn't have the money to move out, but she she has the time to disgrace her family on social media.
No, I don't think you can eat your cake and have it. Trust me. Talking from someone that lived alone. Oh, you don't want people to touch your stuff. You will meet your stuff, except you are living with ghosts in the house. You will meet your stuff the way you met it. So you don't have any problem with fight. At least you will not be depressed. But you cannot have this kind of conversations and still be on the person's roof. I'm sure you're probably eating her food. And you're living rent free.
Let's even say she's
excuse you.
She's not anything. I don't see how taking a private conversation with anybody
in the world, yeah,
not even my mother or my father now, with anybody, and making it public is sensible.
Makes any sense. Yeah,
I don't see how it's any form of therapy. And again, you mentioned it, but I don't know if you went in depth. Why do we quickly jump on this bandwagon of mental health.
Everything mental health.
Before
Should I be honest with you?
you're like, you're gonna be depressed.
Should I be honest with you? I feel people that do this. Do I think they are mentally unwell? Yes, because I think you have to be mentally unwell, mentally imbalanced for you to put some things on social media. That's how I feel. Sorry if it doesn't. I think that you are to a level of raving mad or schizophrenic for you to do some things online. Because when you think about it, when you are behaving irrationally, then there's something wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
There's something wrong somewhere. And I think there's some things that are just completely irrational because there's a lot of what's the word now? Because there's a lot of exposure and things. We think that we can behave anyhow and get away with it. That's where the conversation of I said what I said.
Yeah.
No, you ain't said what you said.
And whatever
you're talking like a mad person.
Whatever you said does not even make sense.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense to anybody.
I think it's time we need to curb ourselves because you can say anything on social media does not mean you have to say everything. Does not mean you have to put it out there. Like, okay, I don't know. Maybe it's South Africa. I'm not trying to put anybody down, but okay. You write this now. Radio stations are calling you to say what?
It's content.
Interview you as
you know
what?
The era that we're in now. The era of everything is
it
content.
Makes no sense. Like, okay, you come now and what am I interviewing you on?
Content.
What happened? Did your mother take your shoe?
And
where did she take the shoe? How expensive is the shoe?
She apologized.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't.
Someone on the timeline actually said that, the mother disrespected her first. When someone said you're disrespecting your mother in public, and someone now responded on her behalf, and that's the part I don't get. So maybe I'm looking at it from the relationship that I have with my mother, and I know that there's nothing that my mother would do that would make me
let's be honest,
put it out in public.
Let's be honest. If you grew up in a typical Nigerian,
but there are South Africans who are actually telling her that what she's done is wrong.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, if you grew up in a typical Nigerian household, I don't know about the ones now. The ones maybe when I was growing up and maybe older, there's nothing like your parents is disrespecting you. I remember there was a conversation I had with my mom once that you don't think there's some things that you do that you're embarrassed. Like, that's my point as a parent.
Yeah.
I'm here to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So there's some things that don't even go there.
I always laugh at people like this. You know why? They don't think far and wide. They can't see the future to realize that it's going to happen to them too, if they're lucky anyway. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of the young guy that tweeted on Twitter. I put out a tweet, I think it was last year. They were saying something about how you don't owe your parents anything.
Oh yeah.
You don't owe your parents.
It's cool.
You didn't ask to be born and blah,
cool.
blah, blah, blah. And
It's
I said,
cool.
yeah, don't worry now.
Cool.
You don't owe your parents. It's okay. When the thing happen and your eye is clear, and it will clear you, you will know if you owe your parents or not.
I agree.
Yeah, because there's no need for anybody. In fact, those kind of people, you do not try to speak to them or say anything to them. You just let them say what they want to say and get away with it. But when they have children and go through what their parents might have gone through, again, you think parents are waiting for you to feed from uni? No, they've done their bit. At least most of them are not. Mm-hmm. But if you do it, it's a blessing. And if you don't, well, you go get your own reward, one way or the other. So it's related. To me, it's a related scenario where you can come out boldly and openly. And some of these people, the funny thing, they might not be able to tell their parents face to face. You can tell millions of people.
For someone that wrote all this
Yes.
to their parents,
Yes.
I think the person is extremely rude.
No, I'm not saying they are rude or not rude. You are not looking at the scenario where people can write things under the shadow of social media. And mom doesn't have Twitter and all of that. You get the guy that wrote that too. When
this was a WhatsApp message.
that she did a screen grab up and put on Twitter, and that's how me and you saw it.
So her mom might not even.
The woman might never get to hear about it, and she will still go home and smile and say, "Hey, mommy, how you doing?" We've seen people like this before.
True, like it's just really cloud chasing.
They're the people who you will go to.
Because really, there's
you have a relationship
reply of
issue.
those.
No reply. You have relationship issues. You go to this friend of yours who's going to tell you, "I would never take that from my wife. I would never take that from my boyfriend." They will say that to your face. Then they go home and go and worship their relationship and their partners, while you take their advice and go and destroy yours. These are the kind of people who do it. I'm telling you, I just have a strong feeling about it. The guy who said his parents that he doesn't owe his parents anything, can he really look them in the face and say I don't even owe you anything?
Exactly. It's a very sad. I think it's a very sad thing. Personally, I feel a lot of people are mentally imbalanced. I don't know. At times, you wonder, like a quote that I saw today from Professor Wole Soyinka. This was something else. This was his reaction to the protest, the people protesting at OAU, and he said, and I quote, "It's like there's something in the water people are drinking these days." I'm telling you, and when you really think about it, if there's not something in the water that you are drinking, how do people? Because I don't know, a lot of times, don't let me say all the time, because at times we do some things on impulses. A lot of the times, I try to rationalize things I want to do or things I'm about to do, and then how do people rationalize some things? Because at times some people do things that are like, what? Like,
I agree with Professor Wole Soyinka. There's definitely something in the waters these days. There's definitely something in the waters.
I'm telling you.
I totally agree with him. There's definitely something in the waters. Because if there's nothing in the water, why would you be acting like this? Okay, so the quote that you talked about, we can actually delve into.
I think we should delve into
the genesis of it.
Basically, the point was, for the past few days, there's been a lot of uproar back and forth. A lot of traditionalists have been going to the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, saying that the VC, the Vice Chancellor, the newly elected Vice Chancellor, should not be Vice Chancellor, that it should be an Ife indigene.
You need to, you're just being nice. So let's be honest. They actually went there with some traditionalists and some cultists, and they were chanting incantations, and there was a procession, a spiritual, Yoruba spiritual procession, where they were saying all sorts of things. You get. Now, if you're someone that's easily bowled over by things like that, you will pack your bags and run. Like, hey, what's going on? And it got me thinking. One, it's a federal university.
I think it's high time maybe people need to
let me just.
Do you understand?
It's a federal
break
university.
It down.
It's a federal
what
university.
It means is that it's meant for the federal government.
It's a federal university.
As much as a lot of land, let's take it from land, a lot of land is for states. The federal government literally is still sovereign over everything. Yeah. That location where that university is just a location the federal government put in. If they wake up tomorrow and say Obafemi Awolowo University, thank God it's no longer University of Ife anymore. Abi? So it's just Obafemi Awolowo University, yeah? If they say tomorrow we are moving Obafemi Awolowo University, we've built a larger place in let me think of somewhere very far from there. Kano.
It's gone.
It's gone. It will still be Obafemi Awolowo University, Kano. Basic. Meaning that it is only location that makes it where it is and has nothing.
Being the host community does not bring that sense of entitlement that means that your own indigenes must govern The school.
It is an institution. It is an academic institution. You will think that everything that concerns this kind of place should be cerebral. Let me quote what Professor Wole Soyinka says. He says that when asked his reaction to the agitations that the next Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University must be an indigene of the ancient city, Wole Soyinka lambasted the protesters, saying, "Why should there be an Ife VC anyway?" He said, an Ife person wrote to me and said, "Look at these people disgracing us." I told him, "Go there and disgrace them. You are an Ife person and you should be in the front line. The Ife people should say these people don't belong to us. We do not know where they came from and they should be dealt with ruthlessly. Why should there be an Ife VC anyway? I just don't understand what they put in the waters these days. It's crazy."
There's something in the waters. There's a song like that. There's something in the waters. You know?
It is. It is.
And again, it's what reiterating that has never been the system. You even went ahead to look at the last 3 vice chancellors of another federal university, which is not far. That's Ibadan, University of Ibadan, and the last 3.
They're not indigenous of Ibadan.
Vice chancellors of University of Ibadan. They are not.
You know.
It's a federal school.
Until we realize that, maybe let's break some
even
things
for
down.
Even for state schools, which is like a small, smaller community. The Lagos State University, LASU, is situated in Ojo.
It's typically.
So when LASU, Ojo people now insist that the VC must. So if a Lagosian from Ikorodu is next in line to be VC, Vice Chancellor, they won't allow him.
Let's even look at
because
it
it's from Ikorodu.
Let's even look at it
or
from,
Ekpe or
like
Badagry.
you said, LASU. What if you have to get to a certain level and you have to be what's the word now? You have to be qualified to a certain level, yeah, for you to be running for Vice Chancellor, yeah? What if nobody that is in that line is even a Lagos State indigenous at all?
What are you going to do?
What happens?
And again, we actually saw bromides. We actually saw a grab of the test results that was conducted. And their preferred candidate, which is the
was number 8 or something.
9. Number 9. Now, he's also put out a letter claiming that the system was rigged against him. So they rigged it in a point where
you can begin to.
They put 8 people ahead of you. Come on.
It's now Nigerian politics.
There's actually politics involved in all of these things too. We get it, but please and please and please, since when did we start?
We're so quick to protest everything.
This thing about,
and it's an
indigene that has to be the vice chancellor of a school that is just domiciled in your vicinity. It's not necessarily owned. It's not even owned by you people.
It's not owned
and
by you.
if you really want a university,
it's not funded by you people.
If you want a university that
build your own,
that should have your own indigenes, build your own.
There's no University of Ile-Ife.
So,
Abi?
Even if there is, they can create their own.
There's even no University of Ife anymore. It's Obafemi Awolowo University.
They can create Oduduwa University. They can all sorts of things that they can do.
You can do all sorts of things. There's Oduduwa University.
And create Oromiyan University now.
Oh my God.
Create Lamurudu University.
Oh my God, my chest.
Yes. Fund it with your own money. Put your own VC there.
You know. Another thing is, I think this is something that is really rubbing off on the indigenes of the town. This is something that someone like an Oni of Ife needs to speak up about.
The Oni has not spoken.
Yes.
And it's rare.
It's something he needs to speak about, except he too is involved or
no. You know, I don't know the Oni one-on-one, but looking at his antecedents and his persona and the kind of person he is, I don't think the Oni is going to support this kind of thing.
I think this is something he needs to stop.
He's a forward-thinking person.
He needs to speak about it.
The Oni needs to speak, though.
He needs to.
Like, you guys need to stop this
Seriously.
and stop it right here, right now.
Seriously. I also saw, though, I think there was an association of traditionalists from Ile-Ife. I saw a rejoinder that they were kind of dissociating themselves
from that
from this thing. And I think these are the things that need to be spoken about. People need to
taking it further.
come and
Before we round up on this one, you went to a federal university.
yeah.
I went to a state university, and a lot of people have gone to universities in different places. Did you really, really know where your VC was from, and did you care?
No.
And did your VC's indigenship or state of origin influence your university in any way?
I'm not sure.
You understand? Like, when push comes to shove, if I am in University of Ibadan and Professor Unwanchuku is my VC, does it matter?
Does it really matter?
If I am
And
in University of Port Harcourt and Professor Danladi
Yeah.
is my vice chancellor, does it matter?
And this is where we need to be forward-thinking people. And this is where is in this kind of things that will trickle down. We're talking about leadership, government, politics. When in intellectual environments that you think things should be done differently, things that I know for a fact that for us to move forward in every area of life, it is people that are competent.
And that's where our problem lies.
It should be about competency. So if we can't get that kind of thing in such an intellectual environment, in such an intellectual institution, so why are we talking about Nigeria?
So should indigenship
really matter?
Should it matter? Should indigenship matter? I have to say that word many more times for me to get used to it, because I've never used it before, yeah? Because I shy away from these indigenous discussions and all these myopic thoughts when it comes to how things should run. The system of national character and all of that was crafted to solve some problems, right? But when it comes to certain levels, I think we should chill.
We should just chill.
It's like the Nigerian national team. Take a look at it. Do you know that people actually go as far as looking at people's names, their surnames, and they start to bring tribe into it?
You know what is weird?
Have you noticed that thing?
I've noticed for a while.
A lot of people do it.
People from the south, especially a lot of people from the southeast,
yes,
have been more. There's a lot more of those people.
Oh yes.
In the
yes.
It has been there for
That's
a while.
fact.
But what if, when you really look at it, they are the ones that are more athletic. They are the ones that know how to get the job done. Let's be honest with ourselves. How many typical Hausa man do you see play ball? It's not. I think that it's just you might find them there because okay, is what they're maybe more used to, but whatever region they're from, when push comes to shove, the bottom line still remains that they're the ones that are the best.
Yeah,
and that's where it should be, and nothing else.
I just differ slightly in the sense that I'm not even gonna go to does an Hausa man do this or Yoruba man do that or an Igbo man do that. I don't care. My own is you need to select 28 of the best players Nigeria has at the moment. You need to select 30 or 23. You know, in some instances 18. If these are the best 18 that Nigeria has, I don't care where they're from. I don't care where they're from. You know, I don't care if of the 18 of them are from the southeast. The basketball team that did well last year, I saw the agenda. I think it was on one of these TV stations too, and I'm like, why are we doing this to ourselves?
They come out as the Nigerian team,
because it's gonna get to a point.
That's where it ends.
It's gonna get to a point. The same way you celebrate how it's only your perceived or assumed brothers, you know, some of them have never ever been to Nigeria before. Yes, they grew up in America and they don't know nothing about you, but it's fine. They just love their country, and you celebrate it. There's. I always believe that there will always be a paradigm shift. I always believe that things go round. You know, like what goes around comes around. So there will be a time when maybe the national basketball team for Nigeria is dominated by northern players.
And then what happens
Of
then?
the 12 players on the roster, all 12 are northerners. What are you going to do?
What happens then?
Oh, you're going to go off. You know why? Because you are a tribalist. You're one of those funny people that are holding us back. So this is the same mentality that the people who went to do this protest in Ife have. I'm not even going to be saying the people of Ife, because no, it's not everybody from Ife that endorses this.
It's just some very
act.
backward thinking
Backward.
people.
What? Okay, again, when the guy becomes VC, what happens to the economy of Ife? What happens exactly? Like,
What does it
is going to increase the?
What does it?
Wait. VC will increase the allocation so that the Ife indigenes can enter Ife easier, Abi.
Most likely.
Akika. Maybe that's why they're angry. So guess what? They're funny people that went to protest in Ife. I'm writing this letter to you. What happens when an indigene of your Ife is actually selected or employed as a VC in another place?
What
you
happens?
should go there to protest.
Like, you don't want them
That you
there.
don't want that they should pick someone from that village or town. You see sense? You see, I just gave you people fantastic ideas on how to run things.
Fantastic idea.
So,
you know,
I think that's the solution to it.
Yes.
Like, maybe like University of Lagos, when there's an Ife indigene that is about to become vice chancellor.
Go back to Ife and go and collect your.
No, we'll just call the people that did that
Come
protest.
and collect your.
Come and protest first. Then
Come
the
and
guy will
collect
now
your
take his
person.
old documents and go back
Go
to
back
Ife.
to Ife if you put because
After laboring for many years and
in another university, you are just jokers. Let's talk jokers. And you were talking about sports earlier, so I think we just really move on.
Yeah.
To sports. And one thing that is on everybody's lips is this weekend, it's the international break, and it is, I think, one of the latest, I think it's the last international break.
I hope so. It is actually.
Before the World Cup. So this is the last set of games people are playing. By the end of next week, we should know the people that are going to World Cup and the ones that are not.
At least for us by Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday night. You know. No, by tomorrow evening. What do you mean?
Yeah, by tomorrow we would have beaten them anyway.
Yeah.
The game is in the night anyway. So
yeah, by tomorrow night,
yeah.
we already know.
You know.
We already,
sorry, Charlie. We're brothers. Look.
We get it, yeah. But
Charlie,
you know,
we understand.
only one person can win.
We're not angry. Oh.
We're just saying.
We're not angry.
We're just saying the obvious.
You know that's
just
you
saying
guys
the
know
obvious.
Now. In fact, you know what?
It's nice, but you know we're not on the same level. Just let everybody stick to their level.
Least currently we're not.
We're not on the same level.
You people used to beat us a lot. I know.
But now you know.
You know now.
When somebody is not your
Charlie,
mate, not your mate. You get
Dear
it.
Ghana, let me write a letter to them.
When
Dear
people is not your
Ghana
mate,
brothers and sisters.
somebody is not your mate, they are not your mate.
Yes. Dear Ghana brothers and sisters.
Take heart, yeah?
We give you the Jollof war. We give you anything.
No, we don't.
But
no, we don't.
No,
we don't. No, we do not. Don't go there. Don't
okay,
go.
Let me rewrite my letter.
Rewrite it. Thank you.
Dear brothers and sisters in Ghana, we do not give you the Jollof
No,
wars.
we don't. No, we don't.
We do not give you the music wars.
Are you joking?
Neither
you were going to say that.
I wasn't going to say. I'm just adding it because of Shatawale. I'm adding it.
You were give who which even they know.
But
they know.
They know. No, don't dwell on it. Let me finish my letter.
Finish your letter.
We do not give you any of those things. In fact, Charlie, we do not
we're
give you
not
anything.
Your mates. Just agree. We're not your mates.
Don't come to the stadium tomorrow.
We're not your mates. Anyway, my own letter to Super Eagles. This is my mouth.
You're writing to Super Eagles. Me, I'm writing to my Ghanaian brothers and sisters.
I'm writing to Super Eagles. See, you po. Don't let me come back on Monday to come and eat my words.
Are we safe?
Don't let me come back on Monday. Let's know what we are doing. Thank you very much. Love. A very concerned
Nigeria. You know, and so for those of you who might want to, we have something special planned for Monday. At 2 p.m., we're bringing two of the most experienced Nigerian sports journalists ever in the history of this country. Two of them will be here. We're talking about Pa Shegun. He's not here, so I'll just call him with that due respect. In the studio, I'll call him Shegun Adenuga. Can I? He's actually 80 years old.
Yeah.
And he was here a few weeks ago. And he's coming back on Monday to take us through the journey between Ghana and Nigeria. We are brothers. We banter, we play a lot. And we will beat them tomorrow.
You say beat you,
and again, he's going to be joined by, of course, Tayo Balogun. Another veteran.
My newly found cousin.
Yes, Dolupo Balogun's cousin. And of course, Yomi Opakule will be here. And they're all going to, sit down together.
And I think the analysis will be good because you would have seen the history. The history.
Mm-hmm.
Then would have seen them play a few days before.
On Friday.
So you'll be able to gauge
So join us on
Monday
the
at
28th of March at 2 p.m. right here on boomradio.com.ng, and we'll be streaming to YouTube, Facebook, Boom Bedu, Twitter, Boom Radio NG. All of this happening on Monday, 2 p.m.
So
and
join
Dolupo
us.
and myself will be here too.
Okay.
Dolupo will be anchoring, and I'll be behind the camera.
Okay.
Peace.
Anyway, thank you for the information. Anyway, so what we're talking about is official. The Nigerian team has gotten to Kumasi. We know there's been a lot of back and forth. There was a particular stadium that Ghana was supposed to use.
Mm-hmm.
Then they moved it from there
to Kumasi
to Baba Yara
Stadium.
Stadium. I think it was Cape Coast Stadium that it was supposed to be, but then they had issues back and forth. It wasn't done, and it wasn't up to FIFA standards and all that. And there was back and forth because, in fact, there were talks of how the game was going to be moved out of Ghana to a neutral venue. But I think the Shah did a bid, and it's officially getting played in Kumasi tomorrow. And the Nigerian team, they're there already. I don't know how many of them are there today, but as of yesterday, I knew there were about 23 of them that had already gotten to camp as of yesterday.
Yeah, it's a full house.
It's a very full house. Very full house.
For both Ghana and Nigeria. And just like you said, I think Ademola Lookman, Akikumi Amo were one of the last set of players to hit the camp.
It's very interesting that sadly, Nigeria's
Ndidi is out.
Yeah. God.
Ghana is also going to be missing one player.
Maduka Okoye is also out.
He's also out, yeah.
He's also out. He tested positive to COVID-19. He's also out, but no, it's still a full house. Still a full house. Would like to, and I think it'll be nice to see Victor Osimhen that he has not been.
Yeah, Osimhen is here, and again another player that Nigerians cursed a lot late last year, is Dennis. He plays for Watford in England, and he opted to stay.
Yeah, he had issues.
And Nigerians, in fact, they claim that there's a hoodoo on Watford because some kind of jazz was done, and all the time when Nigerians at the Nations Cup, Watford was losing.
Watford was losing at that point,
and Dennis was playing for them.
Yeah,
but he's just banter.
Yeah,
he's in camp.
He's in camp. We know that what's his name now? Osimhen with his injuries.
Victor Osimhen is back,
and his COVID issues.
Yeah,
he's back. So we hope that
he had a rapid recovery.
Yeah, very amazing recovery.
It's good that he's coming into this game,
top notch
on the front foot, top notch, like you said, because the guy is ready to throw it down.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting thing. Sadiq Umar has hit the camp.
Yep.
Moses,
Iana Choice there. It's a full house. I'm kind of a little bit sad for Ndidi that he's not in this, because when you see him on his social media, it seems like to be a lot of life of the party. Is all over the place and all. I can imagine how we'll be feeling that he's not here at the moment.
Yeah. So, but look, we're going to focus on the positives. There's a guy called Bonke who is going to be replacing Ndidi. Again, a player like Akikumi Amao, a lot of people don't know too much about him, but he actually played under 17. This boy played 3SC. He played the cadet games on 13 under 14 games.
Wow.
He's actually extremely young, and he's gone through the ranks. It's almost like a quick rise
Quick
for him.
quick rise.
So he's been invited to the camp. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Ademola Lookman, after all the Willie, Kani, Shudi, Woody, he's here now.
He's here.
He's here. And
he's here. You know,
he tweeted when he got there, Motide.
Yeah,
you know.
a lot of issues with FIFA.
Yeah, switching
and all that,
allegiance to
switching.
Nigeria.
And, I think it's going to be a very interesting game, whichever way. No, but I'm just saying whichever way. But don't let us do that. Let's thank you very much. But any which way, I think it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be an interesting game for the Ghanaian side. Also, it's a full house as well.
Yes, it is. And they played a lot of games with their team list. Ghana has done a lot of preparing. I'm not one of those people who do not balance their stories. And they have a top-notch coach, Chris Hutton, from the UK, who's working with them. And there's a consortium of Ghanaian coaches also. And they also have players playing in top parts of the world.
They have Leicester, Arsenal, and there's a lot of people.
So they're talking a tight one, and it's going to look like war tomorrow, and that's what we want to see. But you see, the downer for me, because there's always a downer, and we have to analyze this. The downer for me is the rumors that we're hearing of how they plan to destabilize the team and all of that. Let me tell you a story of how sometime when we went to play in a North African country, their supporters camped outside our hotel for hours.
Wow.
Loud music, noise, you know what that means. There was a time when Nigeria also went to play in another African country where they had food poisoning.
Wow.
So it's been...
I think that with that kind of
so we're hoping that our Ghanaian brothers will not do any of these things.
With that kind of thing, I also think that the Nigerian team would probably be more careful. They would be more prepared for those kind of things, so that but still, I think that we should also really see it as a game at the end of the day. And we should let's just be calming down. We should just all calm down.
Honestly, if we had our way, it would be Ghana and Nigeria going to the World Cup playing different people. But hey,
it is what it is. Yeah. Another set of another very interesting playoffs that is going to happen is Egypt and Senegal.
Again.
And it's very interesting because they were the ones that actually played finals together. And I remember the day of the draws that for this playoffs. And then someone was like, okay, are you sure Paul actually not doing this thing? And then also there's Tunisia and Mali.
Again.
That they had issues. They are like, okay, are you sure that there's nothing else to do?
It just basically means that Africa is going to bring out the best.
It is very...
It's the best of the best that's going to go represent Africa.
So, I think that we say good luck to every single person everybody going into this, and we hope the best man will win. More like Nigeria is winning. Anyway, moving on from that, and let's talk about 2023.
You see, I don't like your transition. I have to make it.
We don't have politics. A lot of time.
Politics now.
2023.
Politics. People who don't live in Nigeria, they don't know what to mean.
You never let me finish.
I'm not going to let me finish.
So, 2023 is very significant in Nigeria for people that do not know. It is when there is going to be the presidential elections, the general elections, and it's very significant because President Muhammadu Buhari is definitely not coming back. So, whichever way, we're getting a brand new president.
Fresh. It might be old though.
You are just you. I will not say anything to that. But as I said, we're getting a brand new president, and there's been a lot of things. A lot of people have been throwing their hats in the ring. As of yesterday, one person that has officially declared is for the very 6th time, which I saw a tweet yesterday that after 2023, and this particular person does not win elections again, INEC needs to give him honorary degree.
No. You see, I don't like it when people try to belittle such an important contender.
But
we need people who are top notch.
Like 6 times.
And you can
6
try the
times.
7th and the 8th. Is it a
6
crime?
times. Even President Muhammad Buhari only tried 3 times. 6 times.
Oh, 3 is only for you.
6 times. That's twice the number of 3.
At least
6 times.
Devil Momodu is doing his second trial.
That's it. Just twice. 6
6
times. It's probably the
So, okay,
longest,
so
the highest.
let's dive
anybody's
right
ever
into this
done.
person that's trying 6 times.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has put his heart in the ring again that says that he was going to. There's a formal declaration yesterday of wanting to be president of Nigeria. It seems that the man is very passionate about Nigeria and he has plans for Nigeria. That he wants to be president, come what may.
All right.
And during his presidential declaration yesterday, Nigerian singer Timi Dakolo sang at this. What? No, don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Thank you. Thank you.
Is that Timmy now, Abby?
Just stop.
I can't sing again.
No. Thanks.
What if someone else will come in for their own declaration?
Let them call you first.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, and a lot of people have been going off on social media and saying that after all the NSAS and all talking about how APC and PDP is bad, how we need fresh blood, and what's it called, blah, 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 that should he be singing for at politicians' events as well, again.
You see, a lot of people are willing tools in the hands of politicians. Some are unwilling, but they are still tools. They're being used and abused and dumped at the end of the day. When you say that you're fighting corruption or you're fighting politicians or the system that is bad, Atiku might not be in government now, but he was in government before. He was a vice president for 8 years. We know the things that transpired when he was there. So there's not much difference, when we look at it. So how do you criticize Buhari, then support Atiku?
Actually, I that's the part I can't seem to wrap my head around.
How do you do that?
He belonged to a party that ruled Nigeria for 16 years.
Yeah. And he was part of that system.
It was strongly part of the system
8 years as a
for
vice
8
president.
years as a vice president.
He was in charge of privatization and all sorts of things.
Also, it was charge of basically Nigeria's economy at some point.
Yeah, so
Nigeria's power at some point.
So what do they have to
So
show for
my
it?
question is, what do you want to come and say now? Or what do you want to come and do now?
You know what? I think it was Fela that said it one time that like say somebody forget load for Aso Rock where you won't go collect or something like that. Like,
I'm telling you. So
I think what President Buhari should do is open Aso Rock for Abubakar Atiku and say that bag
thing that you
when
forgot,
yeah,
maybe you should come and pick
carry
it.
it now and go. But I'm not.
But seriously,
You
6
know?
times. I think maybe they say 6 times is a charm, yeah?
No, 7th time is a charm. That's what they said. Or is it 8th time?
I
Or
don't
9th time?
Yeah,
You know,
you are
so-
being
so-
mischievous.
I think Timmy Dakolo. I like Timmy a lot. I love Timmy's music. But look, Timmy, I think you're an hypocrite. That's what you are. And I try to stay positive. I don't like calling people out. And everything.
The truth
Oh yeah,
is-
you said you were trying to get your bread. You're trying to get paid, brother. There's a place where you draw the line.
Everybody wants to get
So
paid.
how is it that
You
a
can't-
group of skit makers and comedians were invited to Aso Rock? They actually they were organizing something and they wanted some kind of meeting with.
Yeah, the vice president.
And the vice president brought them into Aso Rock. Oh my God, that lady, that very funny lady.
The Tauma lady.
Oh, they almost killed her.
Yeah.
Charlie.
And then you do that.
Did you see the way people were calling this babe out? You would have thought she. Okay, so how come the same energy that they used for Tauma, they are not using it for Timi Dakolo?
A few people.
The other guy, the doctor guy, I love the way that guy tweets about drinking water and everything.
Yeah.
Aproko doctor.
Yeah.
You saw what he did. It was hobnobbing with Bukola. Okay. What exactly? So, at times, guys, when you protest,
Then let's be coming down.
Be straightforward. No, don't be coming down. Say it is Buhari you don't like. Say it is APC you don't like.
Yeah.
And that you like PDP, and then nobody can fight you. But hiding under the guise of the people, power to the people,
and then
supporting another politician like those people that you are fighting. Oga,
let's be.
A wise man once said, "Everybody is a hypocrite." What Fowl's the bad guy? Shout out to you, man. That song speaks to everybody. Because, brother, man, come on. You're trying to make the bag. You will make your bag without collecting money that will give you bad name now. Think of your children. Think of the future. The internet never forgets.
I think that
it's
high time
that you shouldn't have performed at Atiku.
I honestly think that it's high time everybody, especially the youth, all man for himself. I think people should get it by now that nobody is fighting for anybody. Nobody. A lot of people did a lot of protests for clout. And that's the truth.
And for money too.
And for money.
Some people got paid.
Some people got paid on the backs of others, on the death of others. And that's it. If you don't get it by now, I don't think you ever get it.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Still talking about it, another person that looks like is aspiring to be president in 2023 is Mr. Dele Momodu.
Mr. Dele, na my guy. Dele, na my guy.
Yeah, him.
Dele, na my guy. Dele, na my guy.
And that song was sung by Davido, yeah?
Lovely song though.
That song, Davido in the presence of Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Olamide, they've been called upon.
By who?
By Mr. Dele Momodu.
To do what?
It says,
and I quote,
if Olamide, Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, they endorse me, I will go far.
Now, listen and listen clearly. The most important word in that statement is if. Meanwhile, Davido has a song titled If.
If they tell you where I love you.
If we tell you, say we endorse you. But then a lie, we know they go anywhere.
It's not the one that they did, Kiri, that in front of his house, there was only one vote there.
No, he got about 1,000 votes.
No, like in front of his house, the polling booth in front of his house.
I think he got about 1,000 or
I said,
I think 10,000 votes.
The polling booth in front of
No.
He did not have 10,000 votes. I'm very sure I checked that thing a few weeks ago, and it was not.
I think he got about 15,000 votes. We don't have to fact check everything we say now. People cannot even say something.
Move your microphone because your
microphone is in its
because your
right
microphone
place.
is beginning to say something that it's not supposed to say.
Look, Dele Momodu is a sound, well qualified. Is he above 18? Yes. Is he intellectually sound? Yes. Does he have a proven track record as a businessman? Yes. Is he a Nigerian? Yes. Can he contest for president? Yes. Is he a card carrying member? Yes. Of the PDP. All of these boxes have been ticked. I think Dele Momodu can contest.
Excuse me. Dele Momodu loses at polling units. The results show that the PDP polled 177 votes, CPC 65 votes, ACN 41 votes, and NCP, presidential candidates of the National Conscience Party, Basharu Dele Momodu, polled one vote. One vote.
When he contested
at his polling unit.
I'm sure it's 100 they wanted to write. It's a typographical miserror of the adjustment of the numbering.
Okay.
But let's get into it. I still wonder why. I don't know who am I to do.
I think we take.
Let me just be real. Anybody that is 18 can vote. Anybody that is 30 something, Abi, not too young to run. I think the new bill to be president is 30 something and above, right?
Yeah.
So whatever it is, I think he's just exercising his universal adult suffrage, and please, he has the right to be voted for. And now he's not an independent candidate. He's not an automatic candidate. There's primaries now. What if he gets to the primaries and he defeats Atiku, Saraki, Tambuwal? Who else is running again? Why are you laughing at me now?
I'm not laughing. I have a cough.
Your cough is very timely and actually very
So I cannot cough again.
You are insinuating something.
I cannot cough again.
No. You are
This is
insinuating.
toxic.
You are insinuating something.
It's a toxic environment.
Okay.
I cannot cough my coffee piece again.
Anyways, after I was said and done.
Another presidential aspirant.
Again.
Yes.
Today.
He's in the news again.
Okay, what happened this time?
Yul Edochie. Yuletide Edochie.
The actor
Yeah.
is a presidential candidate.
Yes, now he wants to be president.
You can't clean your glasses.
Presidential aspirant.
The guy.
He's not a candidate.
the
Yes,
guy-
aspirant.
If I wants to be senator or House of Representatives,
He has declared for
or
2023
governor.
presidency. Is he your president?
Never will be. Amen.
He has declared
sorry,
for
mate.
presidency.
No, it's not personal, but I think you're joking. So, and I think she's joking too, because you can't be reading.
He has asked God to punish him if he disappoints Nigerians when he becomes president.
When or if
He has said that God has granted him the wherewithal to be president.
which is he has structures in all the 774 local governments.
Yeah, you people.
Hmm?
Why do you people do these things that you do?
Okay, you know what? I'm actually out of character today, but hey, who cares? Yul Edochie, great guy, fantastic actor, and all of that. And again, we need people like you to get involved in governance in Nigeria. But I'm not sure.
I think that.
I'm not sure. Dolupo, you won't let me make my point.
Okay, sorry. Don't be offended.
I'm not sure going for presidency at this time is the right move. But it is sure boy is doing. Good luck to him.
I honestly think that we're a lot of people are jokers. Why did I say so? I'm not saying that to mock anybody. Why I said that a lot of people are jokers is that we do not face reality. We've said it times and times again. There are a lot of elected posts that affect the the person on the road, that affects your community more than being a president. And that's the truth. From the councillor to local government chairman, which you probably don't need as much structures in 774 local governments, like you had to point out. You just had to point that out. You don't need that much structure. You are in the village or in the town that you are from. You are a popular person. So, let's be honest. There's probably a large